Com certeza, Leandro. Vou escrever o roteiro mais uma vez. Removendo todas as aspas, colchês e parênteses. E mantendo o nome Leandro. A extenso e a profundidade das ideias. Farei isso em partes para garantir que a resposta seja completa e bem estruturada. Titulo: What to do during a meteor shower. A pop popcorn. But it's made of giant corn. Part 1 to 3. Opening shot. A vast, twilight landscape. The sky is a canvas of deep purples and oranges, with the first faint stars beginning to prick through. In the foreground, impossibly tall corn stalks, their leaves rustling with a sound like distant whispers, stretch towards the heavens. The air itself seems to hum with a subtle, almost imperceptible energy. A melancholic, yet strangely comforting piano melody begins to play, soft and introspective. A voice, calm and reflective, begins to narrate. Hello there, or perhaps, hello from a place that exists just beyond the edges of your waking thoughts. A memory you haven't quite formed. A dream you're still piecing together. I often find myself contemplating the ordinary. The mundane rituals that anchor our days. The quiet, unassuming habits that define our existence. And how easily they can be rewoven into something entirely new, something profoundly different. Visuals slowly pan across the immense cornfield. The stalks are not just tall. They possess an almost architectural quality, their husks glowing faintly from within. The ground beneath them is covered in a soft, luminescent moss. The sky above begins to show faint, almost hesitant streaks of light, like distant brushstrokes on a cosmic canvas. These are not yet meteors, but a prelude, a promise of what is to come. Consider, if you will, the simple meteor shower, a celestial ballet, a cosmic whisper across the void. For many, it is a moment of shared wonder, a chance to gaze upwards, to feel the vastness of the universe pressing in, to make a silent wish upon a fleeting star, a collective breath held in awe. The streaks in the sky become more defined, more frequent. They move with a gentle, almost hypnotic rhythm, painting trails of light across the deepening twilight. The piano melody swells slightly, adding a layer of ethereal beauty, a sense of quiet anticipation. But here, in this particular corner of existence, things unfold with a different cadence, a different logic. The sky still performs its ancient dance. The meteors still descend, fiery tears from the heavens, beautiful, dangerous, inevitable. And we too gather, we too look up, but our preparations, our responses, they are uniquely our own, intrinsically woven into the fabric of this place. Close up on a single, colossal corn cob. It dwarfs a human hand, its kernels a deep, iridescent gold, each one perfectly formed, almost jewel-like. The camera slowly tracks upwards along the immense stalk, revealing its staggering height, disappearing into the hazy upper atmosphere. You see, when the meteors arrive, when the cosmos decides to shower us with its incandescent dust, we don't merely observe. We participate. We prepare. We prepare for the popcorn. The giant popcorn. The scene transitions to an interior that feels both familiar and subtly unsettling. A kitchen, perhaps, but one built on a grander scale. Oversized wooden bowls sit on a counter that seems to stretch endlessly. Utensils, crafted from dark, polished wood, are almost comically large. A massive stone hearth glows with an internal, steady heat. There's a sense of quiet, almost reverent anticipation in the air. It is a tradition, as ancient as the first meteor that kissed our soil, or perhaps as old as the first kernel that decided to grow, just a little bit larger than it was ever meant to be. The stories say it began subtly, a whisper carried on the wind, a strange, resonant hum emanating from the very earth itself, and then the corn began its transformation, its slow, majestic ascent. Dreamlike, almost blurry flashback imagery flickers across the screen. Figures, their faces obscured by shadow or distance, look up at the sky with a mixture of fear and profound wonder. Then, time-lapse-like shots of corn stalks growing with impossible speed, their leaves unfurling like ancient scrolls. The music shifts, becoming slightly more dissonant, a hint of an underlying mystery, a touch of unease. At first, it was a marvel, a curiosity, a botanical anomaly. Then, it became something more, a necessity. The meteors, they possess a peculiar quality, a way of invigorating the land, of imbuing it with a certain cosmic energy. And our corn, it doesn't merely survive this energy. It thrives on it, it grows, it swells, it becomes magnificent, a living conduit for the celestial dance. Return to the present. The colossal corn cob is being handled with extreme care, almost reverence, by unseen hands. The light from the intensifying meteor shower outside casts long, dancing shadows across the kitchen, making the oversized objects seem to breathe with a life of their own. So, when the ancient star readers, or perhaps the more modern atmospheric sensors, predict a particularly vibrant shower, we begin our harvest. It is a communal endeavor, a sacred ritual. We seek out the largest cobs, the ones that hum with the most potent potential, the ones that promise the most satisfying, most resonant pop, visuals of people, their forms indistinct, working together in the vast, glowing cornfield. Their movements are slow, deliberate, almost meditative. The sheer scale of the corn makes them appear small, almost childlike, lost in a forest of golden giants. The sounds of gentle rustling and soft, rhythmic thudding accompany their work. The process is one of delicate precision. You cannot simply sever it. Each kernel is a tiny universe unto itself, a miniature cosmos waiting to expand, waiting to burst forth with the stored energy of the heavens. We treat them with a profound respect, with a quiet, almost intuitive understanding of their inherent purpose, their cosmic destiny. Close up on a single perfect kernel, it pulses faintly with a soft, internal light, like a tiny, captured star. A low, rhythmic thrumming sound can be heard, almost like a slow, deep heartbeat, resonating from within the kernel itself. And then, the popping, it is not akin to your mundane stovetop variety. Not a quick burst of heat and a flurry of white fluff. This is an event, a grand spectacle, a symphony of sound and light, a moment of profound transformation. The scene shifts dramatically to a vast, cavernous space, perhaps an ancient, subterranean chamber, or a colossal, purpose-built structure. Massive, almost industrial-looking popping machines stand like silent sentinels, glowing with an internal, steady heat. The air is thick with a palpable sense of anticipation, a quiet hum of contained power. We utilize specialized chambers, forged from ancient metals and imbued with protective runes, designed to contain the sheer force, the explosive joy of a giant kernel transforming. The heat must be meticulously precise, the pressure carefully calibrated. Too much, and it is a catastrophic implosion. Too little, and it remains merely a very large, very hard seed, a cosmic disappointment. A single, colossal kernel is carefully, almost ceremonially, placed into one of the chambers. The chamber seals with a heavy, resonant thud that echoes through the vast space. A low, rumbling sound begins, growing in intensity, a deep growl that vibrates through the very ground beneath our feet. The music builds, becoming more intense, a sense of impending climax, a moment of profound release. The anticipation is a tangible thing, a collective breath held in suspended animation. As the chamber begins to glow, a deep, fiery orange that pulses with the contained energy. The rumbling intensifies, becoming a primal roar that reverberates through bone and sinew. And then the sound, a deep, resonant thump, a sound that seems to shake the very foundations of the world, followed by a powerful whoosh of displaced air, and then a cascade of smaller, softer pops, like distant thunder receding. The chamber doors slowly, majestically open, revealing a mountain of perfectly popped, impossibly large popcorn, each piece the size of a small boulder, but impossibly light and airy. It is a sound that resonates deep within our collective memory, a primal echo of creation, of profound transformation. And the aroma, oh the aroma, it is not merely the scent of butter and salt. It is the fragrance of stardust, of ancient earth, of boundless possibility. A scent that speaks of cosmic journeys and quiet domesticity all at once, close up on a single piece of the giant popcorn. It is airy, fluffy, yet possesses a surprising weight, a substantiality. A faint, almost imperceptible shimmer can be seen on its surface, like captured moonlight. The narrator's voice softens, becoming more reflective, more introspective. We gather around. Our bowls are not bowls, but vast, carved wooden vessels, the size of small canoes, filled to the brim with this golden bounty. Each piece, a silent testament to the strange, beautiful logic of our world. A gentle reminder that even the most mundane of things can hold profound magic if you know where to look, if you know how to truly listen to the whispers of the universe. Figures, their faces now clearer, though still imbued with a dreamlike quality, are seen sharing the popcorn. Their expressions are ones of quiet contentment, a sense of shared experience, of communal belonging. The scene is bathed in a warm, golden light emanating from the popcorn itself. The meteor shower is now clearly visible through vast, arched windows or openings, a distant, beautiful, yet powerful backdrop to this intimate ritual. It is more than just a simple snack. It is a communion, a sacred act, a way to connect with the ancient rhythms of the cosmos, to acknowledge the strange, beautiful dance between the heavens and the earth. It is our way of saying, yes, we see you, sky, and we are ready. We are prepared to embrace your wonders, to transform your gifts into something nourishing. A shot of a child, their eyes wide with unadulterated wonder, holding a piece of popcorn almost as big as their head. They take a slow, deliberate bite, a look of pure, unbridled joy spreading across their face. The soft, rhythmic sound of gentle munching fills the air. Some might dismiss it as absurd, a ridiculous fantasy, giant corn, popped by meteors. But what is reality, truly, if not a collection of shared absurdities? A tapestry woven from the threads of the unexpected, and the deeply felt, the profoundly experienced. The narrator's voice becomes more philosophical, almost poetic, imbued with a sense of ancient wisdom. Perhaps the normal world, with its small, unassuming corn and its simple, unadorned meteor showers, is missing something vital, a certain grandeur, a certain willingness to lean into the strange, to find meaning in the improbable, to embrace the magnificent illogical. Visuals of the meteor shower intensifying slightly, but still beautiful, not threatening. The light from the meteors reflects off the golden popcorn, making it sparkle and gleam like scattered jewels. This giant popcorn, it is our anchor, our way of grounding ourselves in a world that often feels unmoored, adrift in a sea of cosmic uncertainty. It is a potent reminder that even when the sky appears to be falling, there can be profound beauty, there can be sustenance, there can be an unexpected, quiet joy. The scene shifts to a quiet, contemplative moment. A single person sits alone, gazing out at the meteor shower, a vast bowl of giant popcorn beside them. Their expression is one of peaceful contemplation, a deep understanding of their place in this strange, beautiful universe. It is all about perspective, isn't it? What might initially seem like a threat can, in fact, be an unparalleled opportunity. What might appear as chaos can be a powerful catalyst for something entirely new, something truly extraordinary. The camera slowly zooms out, revealing the immense vastness of the landscape. The giant cornfield stretches into the hazy distance, an endless sea of golden stalks. The meteors continue their silent, fiery descent, painting the sky with ephemeral light. The world feels both immense and intimately personal, a paradox held in perfect balance. We don't merely survive the meteor showers here. We celebrate them, we transform the potential danger the cosmic disruption, into a grand feast, a shared experience, a story we tell ourselves over and over again. With every satisfying, resonant crunch, the music becomes more ethereal, almost dreamlike, imbued with a sense of profound peace. A gentle, almost imperceptible hum underlies the melody, and in that profound transformation, we uncover a deeper truth, that life, in all its unpredictable, glorious complexity, is about finding your own giant corn, your own unique way of popping it. When the universe decides to throw something utterly unexpected your way, close up on a hand reaching into the vast bowl, picking up a piece of popcorn. The texture is visible, the slight imperfections, the golden hue. It looks both utterly real and profoundly fantastical, a tangible piece of a dream. It is about embracing the oddity, the beautiful, unsettling strangeness of existence itself. It is about understanding that sometimes the most profound wisdom, the most resonant truths, emerge from the most unlikely places, from the most absurd, yet deeply meaningful situations. The scene slowly fades to black. The sound of gentle, distant pops can still be heard, echoing in the silence. The piano melody continues, slowly fading out, leaving a lingering sense of wonder. Part 2 to 3. The screen remains black for a moment, then slowly fades back into a different scene. We are now in a vast, almost cathedral-like space, filled with ancient, glowing machinery. The air is thick with the scent of ozone and something earthy, like rich soil. The piano melody from before returns, now slightly more complex, with a subtle undercurrent of electronic hums. The narrator's voice is still calm, but with a hint of deeper explanation. The journey of the giant corn. It is not merely a tale of cosmic coincidence. It is a testament to adaptation, to the ingenious spirit of a people who learn to dance with the chaos, to find harmony in the disruption. Visuals show intricate diagrams, glowing lines on ancient screens, depicting the growth cycle of the giant corn. We see roots delving deep into the earth, tapping into unseen energy sources. The stalks reach impossibly high, their leaves acting like vast solar collectors, but also something more, something that seems to draw energy from the very atmosphere, especially during meteor showers. Before the giant corn, before the sky began its fiery descent with such regularity, our lives were different, simpler, perhaps, but also less vibrant, less connected to the grander narrative of the universe. We were observers, not participants. Flashback imagery, a more conventional, though still slightly off-kilter, world. People going about their daily lives, looking up at meteor showers with distant curiosity, but without the deep, intrinsic connection. The colors are muted, the movements less purposeful. The first signs were subtle. A strange luminescence in the soil after a particularly intense shower. A rapid, almost alarming growth spurt in the local flora. But it was the corn, always the corn, that responded most profoundly. It seemed to possess an innate affinity for the cosmic energy, a hunger for the stardust. Return to the present. We see close-ups of the ancient machinery. It's not just mechanical. It seems to incorporate organic elements, glowing crystals, and pulsating conduits. It feels alive, almost symbiotic with the giant corn itself. Our ancestors, they were wise. They didn't fear the change. They embraced it. They studied the corn. They observed its growth, its reactions. They learned to cultivate it, not just as a crop, but as a living, breathing part of their world, a bridge between the terrestrial and the celestial. Visuals of ancient texts, glowing with internal light, depicting glyphs and symbols related to the corn and the meteors. Hands, old and gnarled, trace these symbols with reverence. The popping chambers, these magnificent structures, they are not merely machines. They are extensions of our understanding, of our respect for the corn's power. Each chamber is attuned to the specific energetic signature of the giant kernels, a delicate balance of heat, pressure, and resonance. The camera slowly moves through the cavernous popping chamber. We see more details of the intricate mechanisms, the glowing conduits, the almost organic feel of the technology. The air hums with a low, constant energy. It's a dance, a delicate negotiation between raw cosmic power and careful human ingenuity. The meteors, they don't just provide the energy for the corn to grow. They also provide the catalyst for its transformation. A final, intense burst of cosmic radiation that primes the kernels for their explosive release. A sequence showing the giant corn being harvested. It's a meticulous process, involving specialized tools that seem to glow with a soft light. The harvesters move with a practiced grace, almost like dancers, their movements synchronized with the subtle hum of the cornfield. Imagine, if you will, a world where every meteor shower is not just a spectacle, but a harvest, a time of communal gathering, of shared labor, of profound anticipation. The air crackles not just with cosmic energy, but with the excitement of a bountiful yield. Return to the kitchen scene, but now with more detail. The preparation of the giant corn is shown. The husks are peeled back to reveal the golden kernels, each one shimmering. The kernels are then carefully separated, almost like precious gems, and placed into special containers. The preparation of the kernels. It is an art form, passed down through generations. Each kernel must be inspected for its readiness, for its potential. A perfectly primed kernel will hum faintly in your hand, a tiny, vibrating promise of the deliciousness to come, close up on a hand holding a single giant kernel. It glows faintly, and a subtle vibration can be seen and heard. The narrator's voice is almost a whisper, conveying a sense of deep intimacy with the object. And the taste, it is unlike anything you have ever experienced. It carries the subtle sweetness of the earth, the faint tang of ozone from the upper atmosphere, and a delicate, almost metallic aftertaste, a whisper of stardust. Visuals of people eating the popcorn, their expressions of pure delight. The popcorn itself seems to glow faintly as they chew, releasing tiny bursts of light. It is a flavor that tells a story of cosmic journeys, of ancient Earth, of human ingenuity. A flavor that connects you to the very fabric of this strange, beautiful reality. The scene shifts to a communal gathering. People are sitting around vast, low tables, sharing the giant popcorn. The meteor shower is visible through large, open arches, casting dynamic shadows and light across the scene. There's a sense of deep community, of shared joy. This ritual of the giant popcorn, it has shaped our culture, our way of life. We measure time not just by the sun and moon, but by the intensity of the meteor showers, by the cycles of the giant corn. Visuals of children playing amongst the giant corn stalks, their laughter echoing. They are building forts, telling stories, their imaginations fueled by the grandeur of their surroundings. Our stories are filled with tales of the corn, of its mysterious origins, of the brave souls who first dared to pop it, of the feasts that followed the most spectacular showers. It is woven into our very mythology. Close up on an elder, their face lined with wisdom, telling a story to a group of rapt children. Their gestures are slow and deliberate, emphasizing the importance of the narrative. And in these stories, we find our identity, our purpose. We are the people of the giant corn, the guardians of the cosmic harvest, the ones who turn falling stars into sustenance. The scene returns to the popping chamber, but now with a sense of quiet reverence. The machines are still waiting for the next harvest. The light from the meteors outside filters in, painting the space with shifting colors. The meteor showers, they are not just natural phenomena here. They are sacred events, moments of profound connection. When the veil between worlds thins, and the universe speaks to us, in a language of light and growth. The camera slowly pans across the empty popping chambers, then out through an opening, revealing the vast, silent cornfield under the meteor-streaked sky. The piano melody becomes more contemplative, more profound, and we listen. We listen with our hands as we harvest the corn. We listen with our senses as we taste the popcorn. We listen with our hearts as we share it with our loved ones. A single figure stands in the cornfield, looking up at the sky, their silhouette framed by the immense stalks and the falling meteors. Their posture is one of quiet strength, of deep belonging. This is our way, our unique response to the cosmic dance. It is a reminder that even in the face of overwhelming power, of forces beyond our control, we can find a way to adapt, to thrive, to create something beautiful and meaningful. The scene slowly fades to black, leaving only the sound of the distant, gentle pops and the fading piano melody. Part 3-3. The screen fades back in, this time to a more abstract, almost dreamlike sequence. Colors bleed into one another, shapes shift and morph. The piano melody is now accompanied by a subtle, ethereal choir, adding to the sense of wonder and mystery. The narrator's voice takes on a more philosophical, almost existential tone. But what if this isn't just a story of a peculiar world? What if it's a metaphor? A whisper from the subconscious about the nature of reality itself, about the choices we make. When faced with the unexpected, visuals of abstract representations of meteors falling, not as physical objects, but as ideas, challenges, opportunities. They hit the ground and transform, not into giant corn, but into glowing seeds of possibility. In your world, the meteors might not be literal. They might be the sudden, unexpected challenges that life throws your way, the moments of disruption, the periods of uncertainty, the falling stars that threaten to shatter your carefully constructed routines. The abstract visuals continue, showing a person navigating a landscape of these transforming meteors. They initially react with fear, then with curiosity, and finally with a sense of playful engagement. And what is your giant corn? In those moments, what is the unique resource, the hidden potential that lies dormant within you, waiting for the right catalyst, the right cosmic energy, to awaken and grow, to become something magnificent? Close up on an abstract representation of a human heart, glowing with an inner light, slowly transforming into a giant, golden kernel. Perhaps your giant corn is your resilience, your creativity, your capacity for love, your ability to find joy in the smallest things, or to build something new from the ashes of the old. It is the part of you that thrives on the unexpected, that finds strength in the storm. The abstract visuals show hands, reaching out, not to harvest corn, but to gather these glowing seeds of possibility. They are then placed into abstract popping chambers, perhaps moments of intense reflection, creative bursts, or acts of courage. And the popping, the transformation, that is the act of embracing your potential, of taking those challenges, those disruptions, and turning them into something nourishing, something that feeds your soul, something that brings light and warmth to your world, a burst of abstract light and color, representing the pop. Then, a cascade of glowing, ethereal popcorn, each piece representing a new idea, a solved problem, a moment of triumph, a shared connection. Imagine if, instead of fearing the meteor showers of your life, you learned to anticipate them, not with dread, but with a quiet excitement, a sense of readiness, knowing that within each challenge lies the seed of your next great transformation. The visuals become more concrete, but still retain a dreamlike quality. A person is seen calmly facing a metaphorical storm, not fighting it, but using its energy to propel themselves forward, to create something beautiful. This isn't about ignoring the difficulty, or pretending that disruption isn't real. It's about changing your relationship with it. It's about seeing the cosmic energy, the potential for growth, even in the moments that feel most chaotic. Return to the original cornfield, but now it's bathed in a soft, golden light, not from meteors, but from an internal glow. The corn stalks seem to pulse with life. The piano melody is now full and rich, imbued with a sense of hope. The giant corn, it is a symbol, a reminder that the universe is not just a collection of random events, but a grand, interconnected tapestry. And you are an integral part of that tapestry, with your own unique role to play, your own unique harvest to bring forth. Close up on a single, perfectly popped piece of giant popcorn, glowing softly. It represents a single moment of triumph, a small victory, a piece of wisdom gained. So, when the next meteor shower descends upon your life, when the sky of your existence begins to streak with the unexpected, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and ask yourself, what kind of giant corn is this moment offering me? What hidden potential, what dormant strength is waiting to be awakened, to be transformed, and how will I choose to pop it, to turn this cosmic event into my own unique feast, my own personal celebration? Visuals of diverse people, in various settings, each facing their own metaphorical meteor shower, a difficult decision, a creative block, a personal challenge. But instead of despair, their faces show a quiet determination, a spark of inspiration. Will you let the meteors simply fall? Or will you embrace them? Will you find the giant corn within and turn the disruption into a delicious, meaningful, and utterly unique experience? The scene returns to the communal feast of giant popcorn. Laughter and conversation fill the air. The meteor shower outside is now a beautiful, distant backdrop, no longer a threat, but a source of wonder and bounty. This is the essence of our world, the heart of our philosophy, to find the extraordinary in the ordinary, the profound in the absurd, the sustenance in the stardust, close up on a hand offering a piece of giant popcorn to another. It's a gesture of generosity, of shared experience, of connection. And as you savor that moment, that transformation, remember that you are not alone. We are all, in our own ways, tending our giant cornfields, waiting for our own meteor showers, and learning to pop the most magnificent popcorn that the universe has to offer. The camera slowly pulls back, revealing the entire world, bathed in the soft, golden light of the giant corn and the distant, beautiful meteors. It's a world of quiet magic, of profound connection, of endless possibility. So go forth, Leandro, and find your giant corn, pop it with joy, share it with wonder, and let the universe taste the unique flavor of your own extraordinary existence. The music swells one last time, a powerful, hopeful crescendo, then slowly fades into silence, leaving a lingering sense of peace and inspiration.